Hey, true crime fans, I have been sick, as you can tell from like my stuffiness and my watery eyes. But I listened to the latest episode of the Murdoch Murders podcast, and I wanted to jump on here really quick and just give you a teensy little bit of an update. So this is what's happening. The real question that I have is Will Folks a good guy? Or is he a bad guy? Is he part of the Old Boys Network? Somebody said to me that Will Folks of Fitz News had been on that show, Southern Charm, which friends of mine who live down there in South Carolina call it Southern Harm. But Will Folks had been on Southern Charm as Thomas Ravenel's friend. Thomas Ravenel is a narcotics enthusiast and potential sexual assaulter. So like, not exactly a good guy. And apparently he and Will Folks are friends. Allegedly. Please don't sue me, Will Folks or Thomas Ravenel or anybody else for that matter. Because, you know, y'all can't be taking my Toyota away. Because that's really all I have. Anyway, so here's the thing. And when I first heard this, I was like, okay, whatever, who cares? But then something that happened last week made me think about it. So I'm listening to Mandy's podcast, and she talked about how she had severed all ties with Fitz News. And I was like, that's weird. And it turns out that Fitz News had reported a rumor about Stephen Smith's family, an unfounded and hurtful rumor. That unfounded and hurtful rumor, stay with me because you might need like a flow chart to follow all this. So Stephen Smith, the gay kid who was killed maybe by one of the Murdoch boys, who knows, they're still trying to figure that out. Stephen Smith had a twin sister. His twin sister, whose name escapes me right now, has a baby. She apparently had a baby prior to her marriage, I guess. And then she got married and she and her husband are raising this baby. Everybody's living happily ever after. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the Yemassee County Sheriff, Gregory Alexander, was sort of like assigned to the Smith family to like keep an eye on them for Alex Murdoch. And so the rumor that Fitz News is reporting, are you following all of this? I really hope you are. The rumor that Fitz News is reporting is that Gregory Alexander, the sheriff, got so close to Stephen Smith's sister that he got her pregnant. And he's the father of this baby. Now, for somebody to allege like, oh, that's the father, this is the father, whatever, like, who cares? I don't care. But apparently that wasn't known around town. I don't know. Like, I really don't know any of these people. But if somebody alleged that one of my children was not my husband's child, I would be mad. Whether it is or not, I would still be mad. I'm in a blended family. Like, I had a kid, he had a kid, and then we got married and had some more kids. And as far as I'm concerned, those are all my kids. Whether I birthed you out of my body or birthed you in my heart, those are all my kids. So this little girl's dad is probably like, listen, whether I'm the biological father or not, like, that's my baby. So for rumors to be floating around town that the sheriff is the father of the kid apparently is very hurtful. And I can understand that. That's very upsetting. Here's the other thing. The Yemassee County Sheriff, Greg Alexander, after the murders of Paul and Maggie, received a $5,000 check from Alec Murdoch. What was that for, pray tell? I wonder. Also, on the day that the murder occurred, and then weeks later when they were doing like searches of the area, this same sheriff, who is apparently in Alec's pocket, was on the scene and taking part. Honey, there is all kinds of shade happening down there in South Carolina. And is old Will Folks of Fitz News a part of it? Initially, he seemed like one of the good guys, and he was going to like get in there and root out corruption. But now, I don't know. His association with narcotics enthusiasts. Oh, I almost called him a drug addict. But that is a foul accusation, because you can be a narcotics enthusiast without being a drug addict. It's not my place to say either way. Anyway, I'm looking at Will Folks with a lot of side eye. And why did he report this rumor about Stephen Smith's family when that rumor was not germane to the story at all. He was just throwing shade. And that is reserved for podcasters, people on YouTube, like yours truly, and Real Housewives. Will Folks is none of those. He's supposed to be a newsman, but he wears those dark glasses and he sits back like he's all cool. I don't trust him. I think he's shady. More will be revealed. You stay safe, and hopefully next time we talk, I'll have less congestion. Bye.